Hello, Orchard Garden students. It's Mr. Cook coming to you from the Orchard Gardens School Garden. And for our first lesson today, I was thinking about this question of how can I tell what is alive and what is not alive in and around the garden. So I'm gonna go look around the garden and look for some evidence or signs that what I'm looking at or what I'm detecting with my senses, if it is alive, and how can I tell? So one of the first things you may notice outside in the garden is it's full of plants. In this case, a nice white flower right in front of me. And this white flower, I'm thinking to myself, is this alive? Is this whole plant alive? I see it kind of waving in the wind there. It's moving. But is it doing that on its own? Is that the wind pushing it? So that's maybe one sign of life, but I think it's the wind pushing it. Another thing though is that living things change over time, right? This white flower wasn't always here. In fact, there's this little round thing shaking in the wind. And I wonder, will this stay like this? Or if I come back next week, will it look a little different? Maybe that gives us an idea of if this flower plant is alive. Another common living thing you may notice is bugs. In this case, I see little ants crawling along the stem of the white flower plant. And things I notice about them that make me think that they are alive, I see them moving, right? There are two ants like going head to head. Maybe that's their way of talking to each other. And I see that their little legs and their antennae are moving, so they're not just crawling around, but they're kind of like twitching and moving around and sensing things. And they're actually all over the place. Now I'm over at one of the tomato plants in the garden, and I see it blowing in the wind. But the main thing I want to point out are these big green tomatoes growing here. Right? Not quite ready to eat, but they are growing on this plant. I want to point out, this is where the plant is growing out of the ground. Right? It wasn't always here. I planted it, and it grew up and changed all the way to giving us these green tomatoes. And when they are ready, they will look like this red tomato. And that looks just about ready to eat. So there is some evidence or signs of change. These plants do change. One living thing I see in our garden, you've probably seen before, is a gray squirrel poking around in that big pile of dead leaves. I see it moving around. It's staring at me. Maybe it hears my voice talking to you. Looks like it's searching for something. Oh, it picked something up. It's turning around. Yeah, so you've probably seen squirrels before. I'm pretty sure that that is a living thing. So I'm over at one of our garden beds with a lot of pink flowers, and I wanted to point out a thing I noticed that I don't think is a living thing. We have these green plants, right? And I've shown why I think plants are a living thing. But I also wanted to come down to some of these pebbles or rocks here, right? These I don't think are a living thing. They're not moving, right? They're not moving around or sensing things. They don't need anything to exist here on top of the soil. They're just kind of staying in place, right? I'm pretty confident they're not a living thing, but I'll check back at this spot next week and see if anything is different. So Mr. Cook is signing off from the garden today. Thanks for joining me on that investigation of some living and non-living things. And to end, I wanted to show you another living thing I noticed. This yellow sunflower and that bumblebee sticking its head in the yellow flower. I wonder what it's doing. Maybe that's a topic for another time, but for now, I'll see ya.